hope you can see. I think I've missed it. There's a craft flying quite high in the sky. Okay, so I'm going to show you the moon first, give you the time, date and the time. There's craft still around, so date, time again. Okay, it's 10:49, the 3rd of April 2023. Okay, look out this window that I looked at previously. You can see the crafts. There's still lights in the sky. It's quite faint, so I don't know if you'd pick it up. I'm going to enlarge it so there's one there. See if it will show up on camera. And it's barely visible with the naked eye, but hopefully, no, it's not going to show up. Okay, there's one over here. So last night, at the skyline, hi family. It's quite high up. Can you see it? Me. And as I'm looking at it, it's really still in the skyline, really still. And I've enlarged it as much as I can so you can see how the distance, how far away it must be for it to appear still as I'm looking at it. Oh, there's a craft coming flying near it. Just move it along. And it's letting out. See it? You won't be able to see it's letting out some kind of cloud, mist. It's not picking up on the camera. Remember what I told you about chemtrails, how they're not chemtrails, as the governments and the UFO and the ecological communities will have you believe that it's been done by governments to put chemicals in the air. It's not been done by governments, it's done by UFOs for the benefit of mankind and other species on Earth. Is that correct, family? We've been lied to for so long and there's so many issues, and you'll see helicopters, won't you, and planes in the sky, and it's not enough planes in the sky to make the chemtrails as they appear in the skyline. Is that correct, family? It's all the colour, that colour, and it makes you think negatively towards them, doesn't it? Those chemicals that the government's using against us and blah blah blah, and it's not. And they do it to cover it up as well. The UFOs are what's happening above and what's happening on Earth and out of Earth and in our solar system, and to the energy of the Earth and planet. I was going to talk about the creaturebeasts. very active of late. Well, the midget hobdays and the beast that are nearby. We'll do that another day. Hey family, or later on today. Not falling asleep, so I'm just going to give you this. It's going to be very brief. Just going to show you that. The moon, wink wink. Let me go back so I can know where I'm pointing from, so I can get a clear shot. So my windows, it's in between the panes of glass, so I can't clean it, even though some fucker has dirtied the bottom of one of my windows, because they like to walk past and out themselves, but when I can see the entities on people, I get really upset. Like I said, later on, hopefully, because I want to get a clearer shot of the moon, and with the consciousness spears or the crafts moving around the moon. Can you see that green light? That laser light. That's one of the creature beast. Oh, that's a craft. That's the coon upstairs. My neighbour. Oh, see a craft flying. Okay, and there's another one, but I want to name them all. I want to show you where they are. There's a tree in the way of it. You can see it going up, and it's flashing red. See it flashing red. And this is all they can do to distract me. They can't do anything else. Except, oh God, can you imagine being in a relationship? There's two of them actually. There's one that film that one, and there's another one flying upwards, coming on the same location. So there's another one. See that? Seem to have come from the same point in the skyline. Colours. Now I'm going to come back later, hopefully, like I say, for those not asleep or too knackered, and hopefully that craft that's here would have moved along in the skyline. See if I can get it. There you go. Thank you, family. And I'll be able to ask it questions and let it corroborate statements I'm going to make regarding who's around me, the creature beast, what they look like. One of them's a child molester. Isn't that right, family? And when I say things like this, I was never psychic. I would never call myself psychic. Previously, I still wouldn't call myself psychic. This is why they want you to stop humans evolving. You're going to know what people are, what are people's energy, okay? You're going to see what people are really like, and not in a pervy way, or what they've had for breakfast, or what they're into sexually, but if they've got a strong urge, you'll be able to pick a child molester out in the crowd, put it that way, and you will see the images. I'll see the images of the child, what the child looks like, and give you descriptions like I have previously regarding Hob Day. was a right regarding Chief Inspector Hobday. Yeah, regarding him raping, wasn't raping, it was sexually molesting a child. And the child's got blonde hair with waves, like 8 years old, something like that. And because Hobday is such a midget man, the child is the same height as him. And he's still sexually, sorry, I've got to get it right, sexually molesting the boy. And the boy, if the Westminster Police Child Protection Officers went to speak to the boy, okay, he would give evidence. He's not scared of him, it's not broken him. He would give evidence, and he would even say, make a statement, and he would even come back to the investigating officers and say, oh yeah, I remember when this happened such a time because this was on the news, or the weather was like this, or I went to this place and it happened then. He will come back and give investigation officers additional information. Okay? Is that true, family? So you another craft. Okay, so yeah, you're going to pick up on what people's prominent desires are, because this targeting program is to do with sexual deviance. The amount of fucking beasts that are involved is unreal. Okay, so there's one at number. Let me just. I wasn't going to do this. I'm going to spoil it. Okay, so there's one at number 1. Is that correct, family? It's probably moved now. I've probably moved it. It's an old guy, balding, light hair. Okay, the child that he molested was around 13 years old. Also, again, a young lad, and the child came up to his sort of chest area. Is nearly the same height as the guy. Okay, so it's nearly the same height, but sort of like a head shorter than the guy. So like it comes up to the guy's chest. His head comes up to the guy's chest area, neck area. Okay, and I'm going to show you who he is. And the reason why, because I told you the mess around with my camera, is that correct, family? They also mess around with my ring camera. So each time these beasts have gone past, they sort of trigger the ring camera to go off. That's the head fuck me. That's to sort of constantly keep me agitated, constantly keep me stressed. To try to, this is the whole point of it, to break you, to constantly, it's like Chinese whispers, okay? So what they do, so I'm going to show everybody that's involved. So I'm going to show you, the type of people, creatures that are involved. I've told you about the sex offenders in lie, I gave you a description, and I kept going on and on and on, because I know the police are not going to deal with them. So I'm hoping somebody will catch on and deal with them whatever ways, okay? So this guy, and it's an old guy, so this is number 1, Henry Street, okay? And I told you, with the ring camera as well, there was a tall guy who bent down, also with my camera looking out my bedroom window, and he just stood watching, straight looking into my bedroom window. And then there was a time where tall guy, and he was talking to me at the door. My ring camera went off, okay? And it's not, and you can put it in zones, can't you? Anybody got a ring camera knows you can put it in zones, and it goes off in a zone. It's not supposed to go off, so they trigger the ring cameras to go off purely to head fuck me. Okay, you see the crowds flying? Is that right, family? So I'm going to drop you the creature beast that involved in my targeting. So I'm going to drop you the the guy at number 1, and he would have left the flat by now. So the dark haired guy, I don't know if he's an undercover police officer, but he's been involved in my targeting. He's the one that shagged the fucking Sylvia, the Elkie. Okay, is he an undercover police officer family? Yes. Okay, he's been involved in this from the very beginning. So he's followed me from fucking Dudley, from Lie to here. So because I outed him and I sort of put his picture up, they got this old guy, number 1, blonde hair, talking to the pisshead Kate, who lives at number 2. He was also involved. Is that right, family? Right, they opened the door, and I was like coming out the flat, and we sort of chatting together. And my camera automatically went off. It's not supposed to go off, but they did it just to headfoot me. Is that right, family? Okay, so I would sort of look at the ring camera. Oh, what's that? Okay. That guy's a child molester, number 1. As the ring camera went off, the people at number 3, next door, people coming out of the flat, so upstairs from him, at number 3, Henry Street as well. And the guy, I will show you a ring camera of him ringing my door. So the tenant of that flat, don't know why he rang my door, but like people in that flat sort of surround you. It sounds like, and they purposely do this to headfuck you. Okay. When I was in Lie, literally surrounded. Okay, everybody was involved, or if they weren't involved, they were being targeted. And I'm not saying everybody in yes, I do actually think that. I think everybody, not everybody. Let me reword it. If they're not involved, they're going to be targeted to become involved. Okay, certain flats, I know from my previous occupation that certain councils put empty, or they change the names of the flats or whatever, of the tenants of the flat, so undercover police officers can use them. I didn't know this area. I've just moved from one area full of fucking beasts, undercover police officers, to another area full of beasts and undercover police officers. Okay, or people that are quite gullible. Okay, so we'll just say, oh yeah, we target this person, yeah, do it because the police said when you would target her, you just got to make a life hell because the police said. Okay, and if the beast, they can carry on beasting. Is that right, family? So number 1, so as I was going to show you the clip, and he's going to come out, you see talking to the pisshead at number 2, Kate, coming out his flat, and as they open the door, number 3 is involved as well, right across from me, literally right across. In my targeting, excuse me. And the people cover the faces to try to hide, and because they think they're on a mission. God bless, they don't know that they're being eaten. They do, don't the family? That actually, they pick people who are quite pathetic, and they pair them together. They pick a group that are quite pathetic, and they pair them together. Okay, they would either be in police informers, child molesters. They would have been in contact with services. Most of them that are on the sort of front line, or they do the dirty work. Most of them do the dirty work. Will have had some contact with some kind of services, social services, council services, whatever. Yeah. Or like I said, would have been child molesters, would have been some contact with the police, informers or whatever. Okay. And the police will say to them, yeah, you can carry on doing your shit. Carry on fucking raping, doing whatever, yeah? Is that right, family? So you know Derby Homes are involved in this. So I've like swapped one council from another. And yes, I've got evidence of this. And I'm going to put the link to the evidence tomorrow. I'm going to link the police officers doing the sort of the mental health assessment as they walked out, and the fucking disappointment. So I'm going to link everything together so you can see for yourself. I'm not just ranting. Okay. Yeah. So the police. So number 3, I'm going to show this face. They won't associate people that are involved in this programme. They will quickly either hide what they're doing from their family or friends, or try to recruit their family and friends. Okay? Very rarely will the people involved in this program hang around with ordinary members of the public or people not involved in this program. And like I said yesterday, handlers will lie to them. They don't know they've got entity attachments until I say, okay? And they probably lie to them and say, no, it's not entity attachment, it's you know, it's not, you know, I've got demon attached. Every one of them have got entity attachments. Every one that I'm going to show you has got entity attachment, got demons attached. And because they're so fucked up, either the child molesters, sex offenders that want to continue to offend, who don't give a shit and they've got no heart centre, or they're so thick, literally, when I say the drug society, the pissheads, or literally just generally are stupid, that they just don't care, okay? And that's why my window's sort of like lower, my lower window, one side of it has been sort of mysteriously got to cloudy and more dirtier. So I'm going to give it a scrub tomorrow, see if that'll help. But that's been over the last few days, and that's because I noticed really short undercover police officer female. She's been involved right from the beginning, and it's because of the length of time it's another craft. She's been involved in this program, and because of the nature of the program and the demons and etc. All she is, or the demons have more of a effect, more paramount on her in her energy field than she is the human. Is that so, family? And I think it got upset when I saw it. All I can see is a fucking entity on her. The human is gone. You can see the human, but once you begin to see, you will see that the demon has more of a hold than the actual human itself. All these creature beasts, all of them, literally when I say all of them, I mean all of them, and I will name them, get my family to confirm. I don't know why people will do this, because you know I'm going to go, is that person there, that cunt there, is that person got an entity attachment? My family's got to go, yeah or nay. You know I'm going to do this, you know I'm going to say your name, say what your job title is, I'm going to name you. Got one on the internet, been head fucking me and targeting me for like over a year now. It's demons surrounding everywhere. Isn't that right, family? She can't do a programme, and she says, oh, I'll be on the internet for years. No, you won't, because they're eating you. And she tries to do a soft lighting on a YouTube programme. Tries to do soft lighting and everything to minimise the effect, because you see it. You see the chain in the electrical frequency around her, because she's got demons surrounding her, and all they're doing is eating her. Is that correct, family? Feeding off her energy. Is that correct? But I'm going to do a whole little thing about her. I just want to, because that one, I want to illustrate just how devious and how nasty, and how, when I say that people are born with entity attachment, some people are just born to cause pain to others and will hide behind their job title, and they pretend to be all nice and be very human and be blah blah blah, and they're full of shit. But like I said, I'm going to do a full post on that one, and I'll name who it is. But she's surrounded, literally surrounded by entities who are feeding off her, just like the beasts round here. And when I say no human would be involved, no human would be involved in this, because even the fear alone, thinking, I don't know who she's fucking chatting to. She's saying that the God that created humanity, I don't know who she's, you know what I mean, but no way. Why would you get involved in that? To have facials, to have pedicures, to be part of a group. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to link, and I'm going to link, yeah, so I'm going to link everything tomorrow with this. So I'm going to show you the sort of people, and I just want to show you the dregs they are trying to stop me. This is the best: Westminster Police, Simon Foster, Dudley Council, Derby Homes, Derby City Council, the Freemasons can come up with. This is the best that they can do. I want to show you who they are. And there's another, oh God, there was a group, a couple, and that was a head fuck as well. I'm going to show you the couple who were just sat on the wall to head fuck me. And then it seemed like, oh, it's paranoid, and they do it specifically to say, if I hadn't had the recordings of the audios, you wouldn't believe me, would you? If I hadn't had years of audio recording, you wouldn't believe me. And if somebody says, are you hearing voices? Well, yes, I am, and they're saying this and that. You wouldn't believe me, would you? You just wouldn't. And that's the whole point of most of this targeting programme, okay? Some of it is subliminal, so like I say, the people that they've employed who think that, oh, they're part of the system, they are being targeted as well. Their emotions are being messed with. Their thinking is being messed with. So they don't realise just how fucked up they are, how much they've got into a situation that is demonic, pure demonic. Jamie Hobday doesn't give a shit about you. Simon Foster doesn't give a shit about you. They know they've got entity attachments, and they know that your involvement to this will have entity attachments. They know this. Your handlers know this. Your handlers, up to got to the point of being handlers, will have entity attachments. Is that right, family? The bound to have entity attachments. Remember I told you about the dog at number 30? And the same, when she speaks to people, there was like a mist, an energy that went to those people, into those people's heart area. And the people that I see, they've got a black shadow, a black mist around them. Okay, all of them, every one of these creature beasts have got a mist around them. They are not part of Earth. What's happening on Earth now? The energy has been linked to a dimension that I don't know where it's been linked to, but it's not linked to Earth, and it's not linked to the Creator. It's black. That's their energy around them. I'm not even including the entities that attach to them. That's just the energy that's around them. Okay? When they talk, I've said this previously, when they talk to you or to each other, whatever, I said like a portal, didn't I? Like I said, the dog at number 30, who had these fucking entity attachment, looked like Uncle Fester. When I said this, it seemed like that's a portal going through her, going into the chest, a black mist going into the chest and the neck area of the person that they were talking to. She was talking to was the other creature beast. This is what happens to your handlers, to you. Before they've even approached you, like I said yesterday, they will have subliminally been in your head. Okay? When they've talked to you, they would have been in your head, and they would have been using as much energy and as much psychic fuckery as possible to get you, to persuade you to join them. And once you're in, you're in. Is that correct, family? There's no escaping. When you die, you're food for whatever entity is attached to you. They will torture you so they can still feed off you. Is that correct, family? That's the whole point of this program. That's the whole point of the parasites on Earth now, in this civilization. That's the whole point. The targeting program has just highlighted it for me, and just seeing how it's worked, how they work, and how society is. Okay, that's just highlighted. This is how they do it. So when I right at the beginning, I talked about be careful of the energy you give out. Don't give out your energy. When you have these celebrities saying pray for me, or they get emotional and start crying, I'm telling you, They know that you will give your energy to them because you feel sorry for them. You don't realise how important energy is. And they're literally feeding off your energy. They don't give a shit about you. They don't care. Especially in the UK, there's not a celebrity I can think of off the top of my head, or think, oh, you're pleasant. And they probably are, so I'm not gonna start set for one celebrity that thinks, oh, they can control me. I can control her. That's Richard Blackwood said that. Isn't that right, family? Did Richard Blackwood say that? The comedian, the actor. Did Richard Blackwood, the actor, actually say that? Can you confirm that? Okay. A coon. Okay, and I will send you, and I will put a link a recording where the creaturebeasts are saying, yeah, Richard Blackwood said he can control you, he can control you, Richard Blackwood. They think that they know I'm not into celebrities. I don't know why they would fucking say that, or yeah. Anyway, yeah. So as they talking to you, your handlers will have will be portals for whatever dimension, whatever energy is feeding off them, and the creatures that are on them, whatever entities on them, they will have portals. So as you're talking to them, as they're talking to you, their energy is going into you. If you're unaware of what's happening, like I say with the celebrities, if you're unaware about everything is done to feed off your energy, to create a negative energy. If you feel sorry for them, if you feel sad, they'll make you try to create a negative energy in you, whether that's fear, whether that's anger, whether that's guilt, whatever, to get into you, get into your energy field, to lock into your energy field is a better way of putting it. Is that right, family? And for the people that are in this, these delivery drivers and etc., council workers, that's it now. Literally, that's it. You will never get rid of these entities. In fact, you will increase the more you do. Even if you do nothing, okay, you will have negative thoughts. They will feed off your depression. If you decide to go full frontal and start being a child molester, if you've not been a child molester, if you start, okay, there's nothing I can do, I'm going to go full throttle. Everything you do, you will be punished by my creators, okay? The beings that you're looking at now, the energy that you're looking at now, everything that you do to a human being, you will be punished for. When you die, everything that you do, every action that you do, you will be punished for by the creators, by my family. And it's not just for targeting me, and I've said this previously, all the atrocities that's happened around the world, slavery, rape. I told you about rapists, sex offenders. All sex offenders will be punished for their acts they've committed against a human being. All sex offenders, okay, because it's an abomination. There's certain things that humans just don't do, and there's certain things that are so against humanity that you just don't do. That's punishable. Okay, so slavery, sex offenders, genocide, mass genocide that's been committed, anybody that's been involved in mass genocide, committed acts of slavery, benefited from slavery, they have all, like I've told you, will be tortured on their death, and will be tortured for each act, and that torture can last for millennium. I don't know how long millennium is, I don't know how long. Time's differently, time moves differently. Okay, but each act you do, we all are accountable for our actions. We all are accountable for our actions. But there's certain actions you do that makes you an abomination. I can't even say the word. According to, and there is judgment. The New Age community will tell you there's no judgment, you don't judge, and Sex offenders, they must have been abused in the past. I've worked with sex offenders, I've worked with sex offenders, I've been a rape crisis counsellor, and I've worked with sex offenders independently. Very few, and it depends on the sex offence as well. I'm not talking about, I've said this before, I'm not talking about a 15-year-old or 16-year-old boy shagging his 15-year-old or having sex to late or doing whatever. I don't know what teenagers do. I'm talking about persistent, serious sex offenders. Or if you know that you're raping someone, you're taking someone against their will. I'm talking about child molesters. Okay? And just because West Midlands Police and Simon Foster think it's okay, doesn't mean it's okay. Doesn't mean that you're not going to be punished. And other police forces around the UK, it seems, think it's positively delightful. You will be punished for it, and your job title will not save you. Saying it or thinking it in your head, I can't say it's part of the job, or the stress of the job, or I'm doing this blah 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 because of the job, or because I was raped as a child myself, I was abused, blah blah blah. If you knew my childhood and you knew the people that I say they've got a light glowing inside them, that are special, not special, but their soul is an advanced soul. I don't know about the childhood, could have had a crap one, but they've not lived privileged life. They come from ordinary working class families where the families, the parents have worked. Okay, they're not privileged people, except for one very famous actor, white guy, mid-60s, very famous. He's got the same build, okay, as Chief Inspector James Hobday, which is a bit of a bastard for him, but there you go. He's got the same build as there's another plane flying, and he is an advanced soul, a gay, and he's super wealthy. I don't know how wealthy he is, but he's well known. If I say the series that he's involved in, you would know him straight away. And I hope his agents have told him. He's one of the first ones, apart from people that I knew, that I saw that was glowing. He glows. He's a very special human being. Is that correct, family? Very special human being. And it's been years now, so I hope his agent has told him now. Like I say, he's mid-60s, I would say, gay man. I don't read much about him. I don't read celebrity maps, so I've never seen him being in sort of like all over the place. He sort of only advertises himself when he's doing a play or when he's doing a film. I've only seen him advertising once actually when he's doing a play. But anyway, very famous. Very famous. Yeah, so apart from him, and so I've gone off the train of thought now. Yeah, so, and he looks like Jamie Hobday. He's got the same build as Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday, which is a bit of a fucker for him, like I say. But how would I know the build of Jamie Hobday? Especially since it hasn't changed much since I've moved to Derby. Why would another Chief Inspector from Westminster Police be still committed criminal acts in another area? Cunt. Is that right? Well, yeah. So So I hope his agent has said to him, "There's a woman in Derby, a black woman. Yeah, she swears a lot, but never mind. But yeah, and he's a very, very, and I hope he hasn't changed. I hope nobody's got to him. He's a very nice, decent human being. He's lovely, absolutely lovely, beautiful human." Gone on the train of thought now. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, so talked about child molesters, blah blah blah. I'm going to leave it on a beautiful human being, because he is a beautiful human being, even though he looks like a child molester, senior police officer, got the same build. And I still don't follow him. You would think I would follow him, wouldn't you? I would be sort of like putting his name in a search engine and sort of like reading up all about him. No, couldn't give a shit. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Couldn't give a fuck. He's living his life, and I hope he's happy, and I hope he's safe. We're so different people. The part of me is thinking, if I've ever met him, like, teach me about finery. 5 minutes later, yeah, I'm bored now. You're boring me. Teach me about art, fine wine. Yeah, you're boring me now. Stop it. Yeah, and we're so polar opposites. Apparently, you would think, but we are not. Soul-wise. Yeah. So one end of the spectrum, and like I saying about with the people that I've sort of like seen on my Facebook group, and I can see that their soul, the advanced souls, one for a better word, working class backgrounds, that are decent people, decent men, lovely human beings. And even saying lovely human doesn't give them justice. And I want them to sort of realise just how special they are, and like the boys, the children of sort of that I've seen, and they will send people in to head fuck them. They will send people in to block them, basically, because they don't want people to advance. They don't want people to see the parasites that are running the world. The more we glow, the more we lift other people up. Is that right, family? The more humans advance, the more we sort of, our light touches other humans. Humans that connect with the heart chakra, that are connected to their own source. And it may trigger something in them, their light. That's why it's sort of the isolation, that's why the sort of like the tampering with my phones, tampering with my emails. Isolate me as much as possible. Facebook, messengers, fucking bastards. I know that since I moved to Dublin, and they've even said we're going to block every relationship that you have. We're going to try to sabotage every relationship that you have. I know there's people that want to contact me, especially once I moved to Dublin when I first moved about a year ago, and they're saying we're not going to let it happen. We're going to block every relationship. So they would have sort of similarly said to them, "Oh, she's a bit mad. Don't chat to her," or something. Would have done something to block people that have wanted willingly. To contact me, friends, old friends. And like I said, when you've heard some of the messages when they say, "Oh, you're lonely," and I can't tell you how many of these creatures, the dark-haired one, remember I told you number one, before the child molested that old man, tried to have relationships. I've had the rape threats. You've heard the rape threats, haven't you? Yeah, say when you're having sex with a strangler, saying that she likes it like that. Say David said that she likes it like that. It was all, did you hear that one, folks? Yeah. And they don't get it, that I can see the demons on them and how revolting they are. They actually think I would have a relationship with them. Once you see, and they're revolting, and it's not just in a sexual way, I'm seeing somebody that does nails, you will find them revolting. You'll find the humans, and like I say, I never spoke and never thought like this about anyone. It wasn't even my mindset to call anybody a cunt until I turned 40. This started happening, but there you go. It wasn't in my mindset. But you're going to find them revolting, and that's what's happening now. They don't want you not to wake up and see what they really are. Okay? They don't want that. It's like them eating shit, drinking piss. You've seen them rape a child, and they're coming at you and they give you the glad eye. Really? I can't tell, and I'm not putting myself down. I'm not bigging myself up, because so many fucking delivery men, either they're aggressive or they try to give you the glad arm, and that don't work. They get really offended and really sort of like angry. Like, you fucker, I can see the deep, and this is what I mean about being in control, because I've always been able to see that even before I was aware of the lights, before I was aware of what was happening, you will feel differently towards people. I've said this previously, okay? Some people you will just take an instant dislike to, and it will be their energy that you're picking up on. Even if you don't see anything at first, it will be their energy, and you will instantly take a dislike, an intense dislike towards them. Is that right, family? And what you're picking up on is their energy. Okay, and even before my family made themselves visible, and I kept saying to them why I hated them, why literally they make me feel physically sick, and I don't like feeling sick. I'm not a sicky person. I'm not that kind of sicky person of having an upset stomach and feeling sick, but actually make me feel physically sick. They repulse me, literally repulse me. Somebody like that giving me the glad eye, I think, oh God, fucking hell. And this is what I mean about they being controlling. And this has always happened. So even the latest ones, the fucking taxi drivers, even the latest ones, they know, the bosses know what's happening. And the more they do, the more the entity attaches itself to them. So the bosses are taking the piss out of them, because they know that there's no way I'm going to go, oh, yeah, you're all right, mate. Yeah, you're all right. They know that. They know that I can see the entities. And even if they move to the side, oh, you thick fuckers. Literally, when I told you about the right hand side, how many taxi drivers have moved to the side? The delivery men have moved to the side. The demons are still there, mate. I can still see them. I can still see the energy of blackness around you. You're fucking idiots. And they make you do this, and they know this, like Hobday and Foster know this. It's just to cement the attachments to you. They know that everything you do, everything that you think that's negative, it just cements the whatever attachment it is to you, and it cements you to also the group. They know this. And like I said, they control your thinking, so you don't think, you're thinking, oh yeah, well I've got a facial, I've got manicures, and I'm part of this group now, part of the system. Fucking idiot. Anyway, I'm going now. Family rant. So, and there's been crass flying, still flying all over the shop. So thank you, family. So tomorrow I'm going to upload this. I'm going to upload you the post. I'm going to show you the people who are me. I'm going to upload you the post of the mental health assessment, where after they're finished, and what the police officers said to the psychiatrist, the cheeky cunt, who said she doesn't look that special. She's not that special. The Asian woman, cheeky fucker. So I'm going to show you how it was all set up, and because I remained so calm, it pissed them off. It didn't go to plan. Okay, so the assessment, I don't know how and they knew. Do you know something? Anybody that was involved in the assessment, and Derby City Homes and Derby City Council and Derby Homes, they know me. They know how I'm going to react. They know that it was all bollocks. They just wanted you to be part of it. Hobday is going to do anything possible, so is Foster, to save their own skin, to stop what they've been doing, what they're part of, getting out. And you were just a pawn in that, you thick cunts. Don't believe me, I'm going to ask my family to verify if you've got attachments on you, when you had the attachments on you, etc, etc. Not today, I can't do it today, I can't be asked. So I'm going to use your full name and say, is that person, blah, 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 got an entity attachment, when did they have the attachment, etc, etc. Yeah, so yeah, tomorrow, this went off on a completely different tangent, but never mind. Put up tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how it was at the mental health. assessment was all a setup, and now that I remain calm because they don't scare me. I see the entities I saw the entities on each of you. Mental health workers, psychiatrists, dickheads on all of you. I know that I've got audio of the rape threats, of the breaking in the furniture continuously. It's your job titles that you're going to lose. It's not fucking mine, you know what I mean? Everybody's going to see who you are. Everybody in your profession, in your professional group, whether it's mental health, whether it's psychologists, whether it's GPs, whether it's police officers, everybody's going to see who you are, what your name is, and what you're part of. And the next post I will link in, I'm going to say if they've got entity attached or not, and then it'll be up to the people if they believe who I'm talking to, or they can believe something like you would be a part of something like this. All to protect a fucking rapist. All to headfuck, using your job title to headfuck because you're a fucking psychopath, sociopath, narcissist yourself. Silly cunts. Anyway, I should stop swearing now. Stop using the word cunt. Do you know something, folks? I keep saying that. I don't normally swear. But this is such an inhuman situation. The targeting is such an inhuman program. The entities involved, I keep saying right from the beginning, are not human. I was told they're not human. And I keep saying that. And you think demons will be fucking demons, look like demons. They're not. They look like ordinary people that have just got no heart chakra. They've got no heart centre. There's nothing in them. All they do is cause fear and pain and harm, and use their job title in order to do that if they can. There's another craft. Let me just... Before I go... Oh, there we go. Gone too far. See that? Oh, there we go. And this, they know that I'm witnessing UFOs, so it's not like I've got no evidence and I'm just going running around naked on the streets and going, oh, I'm in contact with UFOs and blah, blah, blah. They would have seen my post, they would have seen everything. Okay? They would have seen my post, the audios regarding the targeting, etc. They would have seen everything. So don't have pity for them. One of the other things I was told, let me just go back to my talking friends. Let's see if I can... Hi family. Oh, there we go. I've missed you. Okay, one of the things I was told initially, I was told quite a few things right at the beginning. Literally streams of information were given, streams. I've forgotten most of it, but there you go. But one of the things, like I was told, and it's very short sentences, very short. Okay, there's a craft. Let me just go back. There's a craft right ahead of me. Let's see if I can turn. No, I won't see it. No, the fog. It's fogging over. Oh, there it is. You still won't see it, I don't think, because of the tree. Okay, this is going to be one of the things, and this is how fucked up they are, and this is how everybody involved is so fucking stupid, and how you use the art. Would I be able to get them? Let's get it in light. No. Okay, it's to do with once people realise, here we go, hi family, once people realise that they've got entity attachment and exactly that there are demons around that have linked themselves to a demonic energy, and that when they die they're going to be tortured. One of the phrases that my family kept saying, I want you to confirm this for my family, is too scared to live, too scared to die. And that was aimed at the creaturebeast. Is that correct, family? That's one of many phrases that my family used, was too scared to live and too scared to die. And that's aimed at everybody, not just creature beasts, everybody that's involved in the system, in inverted commas. Remember what I told you, that energy is just negative, it's evil. Pure evil. So there's going to come a point when the entity just takes over them. So the only thing they can do to stop that is to be as very calm and to have as little stimulus in their lives as possible. So I was showing us look at image of someone sitting in a chair, high back chair, in a room, dull room, no pictures, no TV, no radio, and just sitting still. Is that correct, family? And that's to control the energy, so the entity doesn't evolve or take over their body. Whatever entity, whatever demonic entity, demon, insectoid is on them, is on their energy field or in their energy field. They'll be too scared to die, because when they die, then you know that they will be tortured. Is that correct, family? And like I said, I was started in 2014. So 2015 it sort of kicked off, and that's 2015. That's when I was told sort of like most of this information regarding what are they and what's going to happen to them, and they're not human, and blah blah blah. And one of the phrases that they kept saying was, yeah, they're too scared to live, because death threats, constantly getting death threats. Me, constantly, every day. Millions of times a day, listen to recordings. For years, death threats. Okay. And my family Pacific said, no, it's aimed not at you. This phrase, too scared to live, too scared to die, is aimed at the creature beasts and people that are involved in the system. Because once they realised that they're just food in this world, they're going to have to temper what they do. Because literally everything they do, entities are feeding off them. Everything they do, entities are feeding off them, and the entities get the emotion first, the energy first, and then they feed it to the human. Okay, when they die, they're going to be tortured because they belong to that whatever entity. Like I said, we don't die. Another thing they said, we don't die, because I remember said about spiting them. Family, yeah. When my family first appeared, I was like, going to spite the beast then. I'm going to smite the creature beast. You know what spite means, don't you? Smite means, don't you, folks? And my family says, no, there's worse things than death. I did that on purpose. There's worse things than death. We don't die. Nobody dies. Our energy lives on. Whatever you link your energy to in this life, you will link on. We are all linked human beings. Most of us that are human beings are linked to our creator. That's where we want to go back to when we die. Okay, we want to go back to our creators. We want to go back to our clan, our tribe, our family, whatever you want to call them. That's what we want to go back to. Okay, we are only a brief time on this earth. We are sort of we have a longer periods in death, so to speak, into the next world than we do living on earth. Far longer periods as energetic beings living wherever than the time on earth. We live to be 80, 90, what's 70 years and 10? I don't know if that's true now. First it increased and then it's decreased into the aging population. Anyway, yeah, so we are yeah, we are energetic beings. I just want to get across. All of us are. You want to go back. If you're human, if you're heart-centered, you want to go back. You want to return to your clan. You want to learn as much as you can about Earth, or just experience life on Earth as a physical form. Remember, our energy's been fucked with. I'll go to that in another time. How we're supposed to be a lot more psychic, a lot more energetic in our energy, in our body, in our energetic field. That's been fucked with. But yeah, but we still go back. And like I said, there's no death. The Freemasons, one of the first things these creaturebeasts told me, and they keep saying as well, I think they do it to sort of like try to reassure themselves, there is no God, there is no God. Literally they screech it, there's no God, there's no God. Okay. So the Freemasons, and they've been told that there is no God, even though they say yes, they believe in higher beings, and we get men, we will recruit men with integrity that believe in a higher energy and higher source. And that's a load of shit. They don't believe in a God. They think they're the God, and that's what the beings that are feeding off them told them. Okay, that's a load of crap. Who am I talking to? I said this yesterday. Who am I talking to? Who are these beings that the Freemasons that got these dregs that try to stop me communicating? Why isn't this all over the newspaper? Not just this that's happening to me, because it's happening all over the world. But I keep saying this, and it angers me. Really does anger me. Why this? If this was a free and liberated society, why isn't this all over the newspapers? Why ain't this be reported that this phenomenon is happening worldwide and not just to me? It's happening to others, and repeated and continual contact, and it's growing as well. Like I say, it's growing and growing and growing. Like I said, people I've gone to school with could have this contact. One of them sold his soul. I say sold his soul. He just gave his soul out of fear to them. But like I say, there's people I've gone to school with could have, if they want contact with UFOs, so to speak, they could have this contact. It's open to them. Is that right, family? And one of them, due to fear or whatever, or greed, or because the subliminally got inside his fucking head and head fucked him, has turned his back on that contact and has turned into a creature beast. And his vibe is hate, literally. Because picture of him and his family, and you will pick up vibes of people, energies of people. Like I say, you will know people instantly what they are, and the hatred that these creatures have for humanity, have for humans, is off this world. And as like I say, it's the demons, it's the entities that are attached to them. The utter contempt and disgust they have for us is just inimmeasurable, and that's, I mean, you think how much has been done to society and to Earth in order to control us, to keep us at circus frequency, how many wars have been created, how many societies have been destroyed, just so these entities can feed off our pain and misery. Mass genocides, I mean, just so a few, and literally it is a few people, can feed off the people and get their joeys to believe their system and to follow their orders, all to feed entities that are not even human, that in turn, when they die, are going to torture them. There's no loyalty. These entities, this review them as food. There's no sort of like, yes, master, I've been what you wanted. I've lived a life of corruption and pure fuckery and sexual deviance, and I'm a complete bastard to everybody. Where's my gold? And do you really believe you could take gold with you when you die? A physical act? You really believe you take your wealth with you? Your wealth is going to protect you. Your status is going to protect you. Where am I going now? But But like I said, yeah, one of the things they said, right from the beginning, said quite a few things, like I've said, but it's going to be too scared to live, too scared to die. Anybody that's recently involved in my targeting, ask them, even though they're going to lie to you. That's one of the things my family said right at the very beginning. And it's to do with everybody involved in the creature beast, anybody involved in the system. The royals, the fucking celebrities, the aristocracies, the people that have benefited from slaveries, the families, people that have committed mass genocide, the rapists, anybody that's benefited from the pain and torture of others will be tortured themselves when they die. And they know this. Foster knows this. Hobdane knows this. Managers at Derby Homes know this. Dudley Council, Patrick Haley, Pete Lowe, Hanif, is it Mohammed knows this. They've listened to me talking to my family. They've heard and they've seen the same responses again and again. Even when I've not been talking to them like this and they've been giving me information, especially at the beginning, it was like just a ton of information. Psychically, yeah, and I would forget it literally. And it would seem like they would be telling me stuff telepathically, and it would seem like, for just 20 minutes, and I'll go in sort of like, not a trance, I'd be fully awake, but I'd be really relaxed. And I think, it's only be 20 minutes, and it'd be like 2 or 3 hours later. I'm like, what? Is that right, family? Yeah, so and they still do it now, but not as so intense. Every now and again, I'm not going to say. I was going to say how it's changed now, but I would just freak you out. Basically, I would just freak people out. But I can request. I can sort of concentrate, or not even. I don't even have to concentrate that hard, and just I'm not going to go into it. It'll just freak you out. Freak you all out. But it's nothing bad. I'm not scared. I find it quite relaxing. Yeah. But like I say, and the powers that be, the prime ministers, the MPs, the etc., they all know this. They all know this is food. Even the local MPs know this is happening, and there's going to come up a tipping point where you doing nothing automatically logs you into their system, and there's nothing you can do to come out of it, even if you do nothing. So right, I'm not involved in it, I'm not involved in the toxic plan, I'm not doing this, and if you think you're doing good works to counterbalance that, no, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that, does it, family? Like you hear celebrities giving so and so to charity, set up a charity. It doesn't happen like that. Royal families, so and so. It doesn't happen like that. Freemasons giving to charity. That's their thing, isn't it? To appear nice and charitable. And yes, we may be an organisation, but we would do a lot of work for charity. It doesn't matter. Your true nature, the energy that you buy into, is a lot stronger than your pittance for charity. And it is pittance compared to the energetic field that you're linked to, that you will link yourself to. It's been a long post, hasn't it? Very long. Thank you, family. So like I said, I'm going to link other links to this link. I retwisted my locks. When was it? Sometime, a few days ago. I've got a neck ache. Just give me a neck. Oh, my neck's aching. I'm in great pain looking up. I'm in pain every day, folks. I suffer from chronic pain. I'm in pain every day. And I don't say it, and I don't say my health condition, because the beasts love it. They love that I'm suffering. But also pisses them off, because I should have been an easy target. They chose me because before I was an easy target. How wrong they were. How fucking wrong were the beast. Anyway, folks. Yeah, so I'm in pain every day, but today, any additional pain, any additional just neck ache, any additional sort of soreness just aggravates everything. And you're only using massager for so long before that becomes painful. Thank you, family. Oh, thank you. It's me going to take a thing of the... Thank you very much. Take a thing of the moon. I'm going to move now. My neck's getting quite stiff. Thank you. I'm going to show you the one that's right ahead of me. If it's going to show up on camera. And I'm going to show you the moon. Wink, wink. No, it's not going to show up. It's quite foggy. Fogging over. Mist over. I'll show you the moon. Shall I show you the moon? Here we go. No, you're not going to see it out of that window. You're not going to see it there. Okay, I'm going to see if I can... Oh yeah. There's no lights. Just see if I can get it higher. Okay. Expand it as much as I can. I want to show you the consciousness circles and the crafts coming in and out. Seems like they're sucking energy from the moon. Can't get a clear shot, but you can see it, the moon expanding and retracting, can't you? Bless. Now, is that the moon, folks? Try to get a clear point of the window. I'm leaning my arm. Would the moon do that? Hiya! So common. How do you do? How do you greet conscious entities? Very pleased to meet you. But thank you for responding. You know that I'm watching, I'm filming. If you can expand again, and then I won't ask you again tonight. It's expanding. Thank you. I don't know who the bloody hell I think I am. I'm going to tell you stories regarding the things they've said to me, and I've gone, yes, but we don't do this here now. We don't think like that now. And I was thinking, who the fucking hell do I think I am? Thank you. I'm going now, folks. My neck's killing me. You can see the, I hope it's clear. It's not clear. Windows are shit. Fucking shit on them. See it expanding. But hopefully, the full moon, is it on the Thursday? A few more days, and there's a few more days after that. So hopefully, when I film it again, the next few days, it'll be a lot clearer. You see it clearer, expanding and extracting and contracting. So yeah, expanding and contracting in response to me saying, ah yeah. and you'll see consciousness circles or crafts coming out of it. See it changing shape. And if you don't really look at the balls around it, or the condensation in the windows, between the window panes, they're not changing shape. See? Okay. Can you see it? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, folks, I'm going now. Done myself a right mischief in my neck. Fucking hell. I have to wear bloody, what's them neck collars? Well, I've actually got one as well. I've got arthritis in my neck and 2 of my vertebrae, so that's why it's extra achy. Thank you. Okay, folks, it's been a long one, a very long one, very sensitive subject matters, but I'm not, listen, fucking hell, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, okay, that's why I don't put it to aim towards children. Yeah, I'm swearing, I could cut that down, but they make me so angry. As I'm speaking, they're targeting me, literally, as I'm speaking to you, as I've been filming, the beasts have been fucking doing their shit. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about the cameras in the flat. So they all know they've got cameras in the flat, in the toilet, everywhere, bathroom. Can you confirm that, Moon? They are a sick bunch of bastards, subhuman beast. Okay. I'm going because my neck's just like going. Okay, enough already. Thank you, folks. It's been a long one. I hope it's not been too difficult for some. And I will touch on the subjects again. Maybe sort of like expand on them, especially about right at the very beginning, what I was told regarding too scared to live, too scared to die. About them not being human, people involved in the targeting program, about them being food, etc, etc. There's another craft. Oh, let me just go back to normal, see if it'll pick up. I don't know if it'll pick it up, it's quite faint, flying in the skyline. See it? Very faint. There we go. Okay, back's starting to ache. I'm just moaning now, aren't I, really? And this beautiful phenomenon, and she's like a typical human. Oh, I'm aching, my back's aching, my neck's aching. Bloody hell, I could do with some lunches, with a biscuit or 2. And I'm going now. Thank you, family. Thank you, Moon. It's not the moon. Okay, folks. Bye.